Balance takes frequent practice to keep your reflexes sharp and your individual leg strength sufficient. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cassie, and this is Quick Fit, your place to remain strong and fit for the life you want to lead. Since good balance is an essential part of fitness, remove your shoes and we'll work on that right now. This class is great for what I call a level 2 balance student, since we aren't doing much movement while we balance, mostly holds. If you're more of a level 1 student, meaning you can't remain balanced for even a few seconds, you'll want to hold on for the entire class while standing on one leg. If you repeat the class several times a week, your standing leg will get stronger and your motor control will improve. Within a few short weeks, you should be able to try this class without holding on for greater lengths of time. Let's begin by simply reducing our base of support. Draw the heel of one foot in front of the other, and we'll just rock forward and back. Now, if having your heel directly in front of your toes is just still too hard, just widen your stance a little bit, rocking forward and back. Just getting comfortable. All right, put your weight on your back foot and let's drag the other one out to the side. Have as much weight down through this right foot as you possibly can and try to begin reducing how much weight you have down through your toes. There's no need to lift the toes off the floor. Just try to reduce how much weight you're putting down through those toes. Now, if you're more of an advanced student, feel free to lift your toes up off the floor. But if you're newer, keep them touching, because right now for you, it's about strengthening the standing leg. Find something to focus on that's not moving. Just let your focus glaze over and try to relax. Hands out at your sides, and think about your breathing. Let's make that space maybe a little smaller. Still, the toes are very lightly, or as lightly as possible for you, on the floor. Good. Lengthen your spine. Think about breathing. And 2 feet down. Very good. Shake that leg that you were standing on. I'm sure it's burning a little bit just from the exercise, and that's an okay pain, but bad pains we don't work into. Now, let's take your other foot and place it in front of the other, and we'll just rock forward and back, forward and back, hands out to your sides, and then drag those toes out to the side, putting as much weight down through your standing leg, and doing your best to continuously try to put more weight through the standing leg and less down through those toes. Pull it in your stomach, have a nice pretty posture, hands out to your side. And don't force it, don't force your toes to come off the floor, don't force yourself to lift that leg up higher. When your standing leg is ready and your balance is better, your foot will come up all by itself. Okay, just hang on a little longer. Now let's reduce the distance by about half. Still the toes are lightly on the floor. And breathe. Think about your posture and your breathing. And 2 feet down. Shake off that standing leg. All right, we'll go into a very similar pose to what we just did. The tree pose, and we'll draw that foot very close to the ankle of the other. Now, as you can see, my toes are on the floor, and we have a very small base. Hands are at your sides, and you're focusing on something that's not moving. Now, for those of you that are more advanced, you'll just simply draw the leg up ever so much higher, up the foot or up the leg, giving your muscles and your brain time to work it out. And if you feel stable enough, slowly lift those arms up over. Now is your standing leg wiggling around like mine is? If you haven't practiced on your balance in a while, that's pretty normal. Or if you're tired, sometimes I don't mean just tired from today's workout, I just mean maybe you didn't sleep well last night. And arms back down. And we get to do the other side. So 2 feet down, shake off that standing leg a little bit. Find something to focus on, and we'll draw that foot right beside the ankle, okay? Don't rush this. When you're ready, and only if you're ready, you can lift that foot up a little higher. Don't let me rush you, and don't feel pressured. This is your workout. This is for you to improve from where you're at. And you will not improve well if you try to do something that's too difficult, that you're not quite ready for. Okay, slowly bring those arms higher if you can, if you're ready for it. And think about breathing. You can see my foot wiggling around. I need to do this more often myself. Okay, lengthen towards the ceiling. And then slowly as you need to, we'll start bringing those arms back down. And try not to put that foot down until you're ready. And down. Good job. Shake it off. Next, we'll pull one leg to the back. We'll be in a slightly lunged position, hands on your hips, and a slight hinge forward from the hips. And same thing as before. We've got the toes in the back lightly on the floor for support. You're focusing on something that's not moving. And if you feel ready, you can squeeze your glutes to lift that leg just ever so slightly above the floor. And if that feels good for you, you can extend your arms. And you can hinge forward a little more, go into more of an airplane kind of a position. But remember, work on the level where you're at. If you still need to have your toes on the floor, by all means do it. I'm just showing you the different options because, of course, we have a variety of levels in viewers. Okay? All right. And back. All right, circle that ankle that you were just standing on. It's doing a lot of work. Now let's bring that leg to the back. Get stable. You've got your toes down. You're in a slightly lunged position. Hands on your hips. And a slight hinge forward from the hips. And focus on the floor. No need to arch your neck. And when you feel stable, that back leg will come up magically. You do not have to force it. Breathe in and out. It won't help to force yourself to lift that leg if you're not ready. For more advanced, you can open up those arms. Focus on your breathing. We're almost done. You can feel the muscles in your ankle, your calves, your shins. They're really working hard. And let's slowly come out of it. Control it, control it. 2 feet down. Another big breath in. And exhale. I hope you didn't get discouraged. I've noticed when members jump to harder moves before they're ready, they apt to think they can never improve. But I've witnessed dramatic improvements in those who patiently work at each level systematically and progress when appropriate. I've created several classes designed to improve your balance, and they progress from beginners to more advanced levels. You can find those classes and more here at pbswisconsin.org/quickfit, and invite a friend so they too can improve right along with you. Kind of like a buddy balance challenge, because I want you to live better longer. See you next time.
Funding for Quick Fit with Cassie is provided by Focus Fund for Wisconsin Programs and Friends of PBS Wisconsin.